I think that because I was born and raised in the Cayman Islands, the ocean has just always been a massive part of my life. I literally spent my childhood in the sea. It's what we had. We didn't have organized sports after school. We didn't even have TV till I was 13. I didn't discover freediving as a competitive sport until I was in my early 20s. And it truly was a situation where somebody said, hey, you're a pretty good freediver. And I said, well, what is that? And they're like, well, you're doing it. And to my mind, I was snorkeling. And granted, I was snorkeling a little deeper than the other kids. They said, oh, you're not bad for a girl. And they encouraged me to start training. You know, it just happened at that time in my life where I think I needed to know something about myself. I needed to discover another side of myself. I think as a woman, I just needed a really strong sense of self-empowerment. And I just felt so blessed because I got to do that in an environment that in my mind had protected me always as a child, had entertained me as a child. And I just felt like I had this enormous amount of trust built up, this really strong bond, strong relationship with the ocean. It's genuinely hard for me sometimes to go back to the places where I used to snorkel and freedive as a kid. What strikes me the most is the amount of plastic garbage that I see floating on the surface, down on the seabed. It is heartbreaking. I was involved in beach cleanups as a kid, and I still do that kind of thing to this day, but the problem, as I see it, has just grown disproportionately in my lifetime. It's really hard for me to imagine my child not having the same experiences as I did as a child in the sea. And it's abhorrent to me that my daughter may never see reefs the same way and to see a clean ocean. But thankfully, my daughter's going to grow up knowing that it's a problem. She absolutely will never be unaware of what a problem plastic is. One of the things about having my freediving achievements is that I have a voice now where I didn't used to. And I can talk about the things that I'm passionate about. And so to be a patron of Plastic Oceans, for me, is like this sort of natural combination / dream come true, because I really want it. And the ocean needs it. It needs people to stand up and say, you know, what we can do. And that's the really interesting part, is every individual can do something. As a freediver, as a mother, as a human, I know the difference that I can make. I just hope that people understand what a difference they can make as individuals. We just need to stop buying disposable plastics.